everyone. Very good evening for all the students present here. All right, let us start the session. Okay, so let me present my screen first. Where did we stop at last class? All right, okay. So I think we have started with, or sorry, we have finished with that ISRO website. Okay, we have built the replica of a page, and separately we have done two other things, that is a carousels, correct? Three different files we have created. That is, in session 7 we have the what do we have is we have a website. This is our output, correct? And in another page, I think it is on session 9. Okay, not on session 9, this is a form. Okay, so I think on the session 10. Okay, from this file we have imported this one, that is the iframes, correct? And then on session 11, okay, so we have a carousel, right? And one another thing we have learned is we also know how to use the bootstrap. Okay, so whenever you are using the bootstrap, one thing, the first step is to copy paste the respective link. That is the link which has a reference for the CSS properties, and also which will help you to import the coding that is belongs to the JavaScript as well. Okay. And then, so whatever you want, those things you can put. So first we have started with the carousel. Then we have a paragraph, and nowhere we have written the CSS property here. Okay. We have not written any CSS property here, but we have applied the color, background, and the border. So what are all these? These are all a CSS property itself, but from the bootstrap we have imported these things, correct? Okay, so this is about a bootstrap, how to use a bootstrap, and how to import a template, ready-made CSS properties, and then we have ended the session yesterday. Okay, all right. So right now I don't need any of this output. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so yeah. So now everyone create a new file, guys. In the same folder, create a new file. Is session. Okay, first let me turn on my screen keyboard. Right. Okay. So let me say session. I think is it 12? Yeah, it is 12. Okay, where did it go? Again, I will create new file session 12 dot html. Okay, so we are creating a 12 file. Okay, so let's say HTML, create a basic template, and right now, okay, save. Okay, good evening for everyone. Right? Okay, so now what we will learn is, let's learn how to create or how to apply HTML, HTML animation, HTML animations. Okay, So that means, see here. So as I okay animation. Okay. So when I tell animation, what exactly comes to your mind, guys? That is, for some of you, you may think animation means a simple cartoon. Okay. Another some for some other they may think that animation means uh, the graphics which you see on the movies. Okay, so for example, Marvel movies, DC movies, or any action movies. Okay, how they do a graphic with a green color, a background screen of a green color. Okay, later on they will fix the background colors, right, or background uh, elements, whatever they want they can fix at the back. Okay, so some of you may think that is the animation. Okay, but we are not referring to that kind of animation. I'm telling HTML animation. Okay, or you can also tell it as CSS animations. Okay, means the animation with respect to CSS. Okay, so means how much the CSS will allow us. What is the property that is bound inside the CSS? Using that, we will create some animations. Okay, so what exactly is the animation? If you ask me, animation, that too, CSS animation means the transition from one CSS property to another CSS property. That's all. Okay, so the transition from one CSS property to another CSS property, that is only called CSS animations. Okay, so that means what? Okay, so let me create one div. Okay, so div, for this div, what I will tell is, okay, so I will create a style that is internal CSS from the head section. Okay, so I will select the div, and then I will put, I will select the height. Let the height be around 100 pixels, and I will also give the width. Okay, so width be again, let it be 100 pixels. Okay, so and then so I will choose one background color that is red. Okay, so tell it as red, and in red let me use this indicator and choose some light red. Okay, so in red itself there is a what choices, we have so many choices. So orange is red I will use. Okay, darker one. Okay, let it be. So you can put any or color you want. Just what I have written is, I have opened the div tag. Okay, and I have given height, width, and background color for that div. Okay, so then I will save. So let me go to the this. Okay, refresh. I will get my 12th file if I host it. Yes. Okay, so this is a output. One heading we have and one div. Fine. Okay, so the div is having height of 100, width of 100, and one background color. Simple. Now, okay, so if I want to change, okay, if I want to change something, that is, if I want to change the background color of this div, what I need to do here, I will change. Okay, that is, first it was having this, and then if I change it will be having another color. Okay, but I want to change the color, but I don't want to write the code twice, or else I don't want it to have just a single color. I want it to have a multiple color. Let this be brown. Okay, and after some time it should change to another color. Let it be orange, or let it be just white, or let it be any other color. That is color. Background color means what? It is nothing but a CSS property, right? So what I'm trying to do was, I'm trying to give a transition here. Okay, I'm trying to give a transition. So what kind of transition? The transition from one CSS property to another CSS property. Okay, that means from, say for example, from this color, from this background color to another background color. Right now I have one color which is okay, it was red at first, and then I have choose some mixed color. Okay, so just to be have it in a simple way, let me have a light color blue. Okay, so we have a light blue color box. Now what I want is, just if I come to this page, okay, just if I come to this page like this, okay, this color should be, this color should change from light blue to another color by itself. I don't want to go back and tell background color, and I don't want to give any other color. Okay, what I have to do is, just if I refresh the page, by itself, by itself it has to change the color. I don't want to do any activity. Okay, so that is what a CSS animation means. Because the transition should happen by itself. Okay, the transition should happen by itself. Okay, so how is that? That if by itself the transition should happen, means what you have to do is, you have to you have to apply the CSS animation. Okay, so if you want to change the color explicitly, you can change it, but by itself it should happen. Okay, if you want it to happen by itself, then you have to use a CSS animation. Now step by step we will learn how to use it. Okay, all right. So what I will do is come here. Okay, and then before, okay, the first step when you apply the animation, okay, the first step when you apply the animation, what you have to give is simple. You first need to give a animation name. Okay, so when you're starting to give any animation, or when you're starting to apply any animation for any element, right now I'm applying the animation for this div element. Okay, I'm applying the animation for this div element. Okay, so first step is, so for the process for the animation, uh, what for the animation property, you need to give one name. I will give, you can give any name. So in my case I will say anime1. I will tell it as anime1. Okay, so animation name I will give as a anime1. Then what is the next step? Means you need to specify animation duration. Okay, you need to specify animation duration. So what do you mean by animation duration? That means what we are going to do here first, we will be changing this color. Okay, we want to change the background color from light blue to dark blue or any other color. That is, from one color to another color we are trying to change. Okay, in that case in how much duration it has to get change. That is how much time it has to take in order to change from light blue to next blue or another blue. Okay, from this light blue to another blue, how much time it has to take. That we are going to decide. Okay, so that duration will be decided in the property called animation duration. Okay, so first you need to set animation name, next you need to set animation duration. Okay, so that is animation duration means in how much time it should take to convert this light blue to another color. So I will say animation duration. Let it be how much? Let's say okay. So 5 seconds or okay. Where the cursor go? I will say 3s. Okay, 3s means 3 seconds. Okay, so in this duration, in 3 seconds, the transition must happen. The light blue should be changed into any other color in 3 seconds. Then we have another step, that is animation. Okay, animation iteration count. Okay, so we have to set animation iteration count. So what do you mean by animation iteration count? Means there is also very simple, how much time that transition should happen, that you need to select. Okay, how much time this transition should happen from blue to another color, from blue to another color, how much time it has to what change. Okay, so that also we need to decide, and that will be decided by animation iteration count. Okay, so one is duration, in how much time it has to change, and next is animation iteration count, that is how many times it has to show the transition. Okay, how many times it has to show the transition. Okay, that will be decided here. Let me say 3 times. Okay, I want to see the transition 3 times. What transition? From blue to other color, I need to see how much how many times it should change. It should change 3 times. From blue to another color, it should change into 3 times. Okay, that is animation iteration count. All right. Okay, next, now we will save. Okay, so from that time, three things we have set. Okay, we have set three things. We have given one name, we have given one duration, and we have given the iteration count. Where do we set? Where do we set for which color it has to get turned? Okay, for which color it has to get changed? Where to set it? Okay, so again, come here in style section itself, we have a particular syntax for that animation. Okay, we have a particular syntax for that animation. So what is that syntax? So you write it as at keyframes. Okay, at keyframes. Okay, so you write it as at keyframes. Then what you need to do is, see here, what is the name that you have mentioned? Okay, what is the name you have mentioned? It is anime 1. That should be mentioned here, anime 1. Okay, so what is that? First, you need to give it as at keyframes. Okay, so at keyframes, what it will do? It is a particular syntax that will select which anime to get applied. Okay, that means you're telling you're telling from which keyframes, from one frame to another frame. In this case, from a background light blue to another property, right? So for which animation? Anime 1. Okay, for this element. Okay, for this element, I need to apply the animation. How to say it? By giving the name. You have given an animation name for this div element, correct? You have given a animation name for this div element that you need to specify here, that you need to mention here. Now comes the last part of the code. You tell it as from is one part, from background color. From background color, what was the background color it is having? It was light blue. Okay, from background color it has to change from to. Okay, from background color to to background color. So let me say this blue and save. So after writing this, okay, just look at the output and tell me, guys, is it giving the output like we wanted? So what is the output we are expecting? It should change from background color light blue to this dark blue, correct? Light blue to dark blue, and in 3 seconds, and it should repeat 3 times. Light blue to dark blue, light blue to dark blue, light blue to dark blue. 3 times it has to repeat. That is what we have mentioned here. Iteration count. 3 times I will count, 3 times you need to repeat. In this should happen in 3 seconds. All these things should take place in 3 seconds. And this is a name. Understood? Okay, I will save. Come here. If I refresh, see, I'm not doing anything. It is changing on its own. Okay, so here what is happening? The transition from the light color background to dark color background, it is happening by itself. That is only called CSS animations. The animation in which is present in CSS. Okay, so and it is repeating 3 times. Why? Because animation iteration count, what we have given is 3 times, and it is taking 3 seconds to complete the process. Okay, so that's how you apply this animation for any property. Okay, for any property you can apply this kind of animation, not only for div, not only for the empty container, for any element. Suppose if I want to apply the animation for this h1. Okay, so okay, so in this place, right? So like that only, apply some animation for h1. So in order to apply it for h1, hmm? So if I want to apply it for h1, okay, so again what you need to do is come here in the head section. This complete code belongs to this div section. Okay, just to put a animation property for the div, you need to write this. It looks like bit lengthy, but it is understandable and very easy to write. Name, duration, and count, and from which to which. Okay, so this is a CSS animation, and okay, if you want to apply it for the next element, okay, if you want to apply it for the next element again for H1, okay, so I don't need any basic color, so directly I will say animation name. Okay, so I will tell give it as anim me 2. Okay, then so what you can do is next is animation duration 3 seconds, animation iteration count again 3 times. Okay, so instead of 3 seconds, let me give as just 1 second so that it changes rapidly. Okay, and also you can give this count as infinite. Okay, animation iteration count has infinite, that means it will go on repeating, it will not stop itself. Okay, let's see at the end. And if you want to apply the animation again at keyframe, you need to give this syntax. So what is the name? It is anime 2 in this case. In this h1 it is anime 2, and I can give as from background color. Okay, first let me put a background color white. Okay, 2 background color, suppose let me turn as green or yellow green. Okay, so within 1 seconds, or if I just tell as 6 seconds, it will take 6 seconds for show the transition. In order to show the transition, it will take 6 seconds. And in this case, okay, so I will tell it as not background color, let it be color. Okay, so color white 2. Okay, so color green yellow, so color means it is a text. Okay, so text color. So now see the output, guys. Did we miss anything, or is it giving according to this? Huh? So what we are telling is it should show from white to green yellow. Okay, from this color to this color it has to change. So is it giving a correct output? So if I see the output, this was a previous one, the CSS animation. For this heading, I have put the animation. Now, if I refresh, see from white to another color, it is getting changed. Okay, so previously it was white. That's why first color is not visible, because the color of the text will be white and the background also at the default it is white itself. Okay, so in that case, from white to it is changing it to green. Getting following, guys? Okay, so why it is keep on repeating, guys? If I just refresh the page, it is keep on getting refreshed. Why? Because I have set the animation iteration count to the infinite. Correct? Right? Okay. So this is how a CSS animation is. Okay. So that means it will show from a transition of one color to another color. Right? Okay. So come back. Okay. So this is a concept which we have done. All right. Okay. So like this only, what we can do is, so if I want to move this box from left to right, if I want to move this box from left to right, what should we do, guys? So which property I need to change? Any suggestion? Put it in the comment box. So if I want to move the box, okay, if I want to move the box from this position to, let's say it should move from here to 700 pixels to the right, or 800 pixels to the right, or it should move from here to at the bottom position. So what can we do? Which property I need to change? Hmm? So suggestion. So which property will let me to move this box normally? Forget about animation. Tell me which property will let me to move this from this to this. So normally we will be using margin, right? Same thing you have to use. Okay, you have to tell it as initially margin left be 0 pixels. Okay, then it should change to, yes, correct, padding or margin property. Right, good. Okay, so now initially it should be 0. Now margin left should be 600 pixels. Okay, that means initially the box should be there, and suddenly I should be having a space of 600 pixels at the left, so that the box will look like it is moving by itself. Okay, so did we save the file? Yes, we have saved. Okay, so from 0 to 600 pixels I have given. So if I refresh, yes, it is moving. Okay, like this only. Wherever you want to move the box, suppose if you want to move it in a downwards direction, upwards, anything, okay, you can use a margin property. Right, so this is how we apply the CSS animation. All right. Okay, so this was on concept. Okay, so whenever you come across any blinking things, or it is acting on its own, or repeatedly it is changing its property, that is nothing but a CSS property. You need to identify in daily, day-to-day websites. Okay, all right, next. Okay, guys, so has a web technology, okay, has a front end session. For this internship we will be creating one last project. Okay, so that project, let me give what option for you only. Okay, so can we create a college website? Okay, so which college websites is good, guys? So mention in the comment section. Which college website shall we choose? So if you really think uh, your college website is good enough, or it is having some complicated things, okay, please do suggest in a comment box. Let's see, so that we will have one last website to build. What you say, guys? Hmm? Okay, SVCT. So, which college name will come on the majority? We will build that itself. Okay. So, yeah, if you think your college website looks good or you are interested in order to build it, comment in the comment box. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay, everyone should put one vote. That's all. Okay, one vote per one person. That is, once you have put your college name, that's all. Again and again, that's cheating against the rule. Okay, so result, you have it in your comment section itself. SVCET. Okay, so we will go to the SVCET college and we will replicate the website. Okay, so that is more comment we have got on the comment section, right? Okay, so I will come here. SVCET. So Venkateshwara College of Engineering. Okay, so SVCT in Andhra Pradesh. Yes, I think this is the right one. Okay, it is giving a logo here. All right. Okay, so this is it is same as what we have done earlier, right? Okay, so it is having bit of a same thing, I think. So graduation apply now. These things. All right. Okay. So let me check out other college also. So what is the full name? SVCK. So it is showing high school. Is it from a Bangalore? So which is it should be yes sir. Shall we go to SVCK? Okay, so is it an engineering college or you're suggesting a school? So I'm getting a suggestion as school here. Is this the one? Or tell me the full form? Should I search for SVCK Engineer College or something like that? Okay, so all right. So Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering. Sri, this one. Is it in a Bangalore? Okay, it is SVCE. All right. Okay, let me see another one. IIM. Let me see. IIMB, or what is it? So, what's the full form? IM, IIM College of Engineering, or it is a pre-med school or a degree one. Let's search for IIM College Bangalore. Okay, let's go to this website. All right, so this looks. What do you think, guys? So, shall we go for this or this one? So again, it is having this carousel. Okay, we can have that. What we can say, that bootstrap. Okay, so which one we will go with? Hmm? Okay, and last is, let me search for Indoor College for Engineering. Correct? Indoor College. And let's see how this looks. Institute of Engineering Technology. Okay, so when you just create, the form appears. All right. So okay, this is also having a carousel, and yeah, it is just going up here. Okay, so they have used a marquee tag, and this one after the other. This section is there. Okay, so here also again carousel. Okay, so if I click on the carousel, okay, the entire image appears like this. Okay, so that's its one property. And what's next? That is, we have to connect. We have to put the entire thing inside a anchor tag, and we have these things. Okay, so let's go for our ISRO. Okay, we have ISRO College of Engineering. Okay, so we don't need it. Let's say isro.ground.n. Okay, so okay, okay, so shall we try to create this footer, guys? So we have create until here, right? So until Modi ji. Okay, so here we have not created this footer because see here, all the colleges is having a same thing. Okay, so they have a header and a button and a bar, and then again a same thing here. Okay, so already we have done same thing twice. That is here also and previous website also. In Amazon also same thing, buttons will be there, footer, header. Okay, but headers we have done. Okay, but where it went, we have not done the footers, right? Okay, so we don't need this. We will do this section. Okay, so that is, we need to have a link. We need to create a, okay, where it went. Okay, I will close all this. Okay, we will go back to the ISRO itself. Okay, finish its footer. All right. Okay, so come to the ISRO, come to the bottom of a website. Okay, so here what we need to do, we should be having a we should be having a big div section. Okay, we should have a big div section. In one, it should say address. Okay, and then uh, this section we need to put a address. Okay, then we need to create this buttons. Okay, so instead of this icon we will use a list items. Okay, so how to create a list items, we will look it up now. Fine. Okay, so what we will do is I will just go to the output. Okay, so it is session 10. Or do one thing, you guys continue with the same file. I will create another file. Okay, so telling that session 13 dot html session 13 dot html, enter. Okay, so now we have a empty page. Fine. Okay, let's see. So which section should we build first, guys? Should we build this one or this one? Okay, anything is fine. Okay, so at the left it should be a address. Okay, and then all these options, and one this a bold text they have given. Okay, that and this copyrights. Okay, first we will create it in a this page, then we will create a or at last we will add it to the original code. All right. Okay, so how to arrange it side by side, any idea? Should we use a margin property itself, or should we go for any another approach? Huh? So margin means create this and insert it forcefully using a minus value, using a negative value you can create it. Again, bring this up using a negative value, insert it upside. Okay, so like that only can we create. Hmm? So how to approach it? So first we will create this section, then we will come to this and we will use the list, and we will put inside the table and we will move whole table. Instead of doing it separately, we will create the list. Okay, we will create the list and we will put all these things in a table, so that it will be having a correct format. Okay, so come back to the code. Try the create a basic template, and so which tag we need to open first, from which tag we will be approaching. So we need to have one big container, correct? Hmm? So I will tell it has come here. Okay, so in order to create this dark blue div, I need to have, I will say, Open a div first. Okay, and then I don't need this two lines, delete it. Okay, so style section. Okay, so for this div, okay, so we will create this. Okay, so we will write the code here. Okay, so what should we set? Should we set the content here or should we set the height first? How can we approach it, guys? So see here, inside the div there are so many things. Should we start creating the elements or first we will set the height and then we will put the elements? Hmm? So what do you say? First let us create the elements or set the height. Okay, so what we will do is, let me create the element first. Okay, so then I will tell what we need inside us, this address and this section. Okay, so okay, so for just for reference, I will come here, I will give a class for the big div. Okay, all right, so for that I will give a class A. Okay, and give a sufficient height. So dot A must be have a height of, let it be 700 pixels for now. Let's see what another thing we have to give. 700 pixels of height for this div. Okay, and background color we need to give a dark blue. Hmm? So let me say, go to the output. It was 13 session. We are not having anything. Why is it? Because we have not given background color. So I will say background color should be blue. Save. Now refresh. Okay, this is a color we have, but this is the color we want. So quickly give me a correct value for that background color. So let's say I will move towards dark. Okay, so is it this one? Let me tell it as this. Okay, so refresh. Okay, so yeah, nearer to this. I think if we go for a little bit darker also, it will be fine. Okay, so if I refresh, yes, it is darker. Okay, so then again, so from where we will start? We will start from the particular address which says, which have a heading address. Okay, so what we will do, we will put both of these element. Okay, we will put both of these element in a single div. Okay, so we'll come here. What I will say, inside this div, inside this div I will put one heading. Okay, and what is the heading? Heading is the address. I will just copy this. then next we should have this a separate div inside div. I have put this heading and this section. I'm creating this heading and section inside one div, and after heading again you need to create this inside one div. Okay, so again let's say div. Okay, and I will put all of these inside that. Copy and paste, no need to copy and type. Okay, so as the content is already available, just copy and paste, guys. Okay, save. Now what should we do? Hmm? So in order to create this separate box, okay, and we need to make it at the center. What is the property for that? Hmm? So how can we make this text at the center of a box? That is, we will create a div and we will create this section, that is a sufficient height and width we need to give, and this border also we have to give. Okay, so we after that content, okay, we need to give a border at the bottom. Correct. Okay, so in order to do that, come back to your code. Okay, first see how this is reflecting. Refresh. Okay, so what we need to give is we need to give that color of the text. The text color should be white. Okay, so what we have, I will give inside this only. Okay, I will give one class for the inner div, that is B, and another class for another inner div, that is C. Okay, so after that, okay, I will come inside this div. I think all these things should be have a white color text, right? That is, we have put this address and this section inside one div, so all the text should be in the white color. So I will put that property for this inner div itself directly. I will tell style all the color. Maybe it is a heading, maybe it is for a paragraph. The text color for all of them should be white. Okay, yes, we can have it white color text. So we'll come, refresh. Yes, we can see. Okay, I think address is looking bit larger. Okay, so we'll go back and use a h3. Okay, so h3, here also h3. Save. So refresh, is it enough? Yes, is it enough? So this address and this address. Okay, now what's left out? We need to have this exactly like this. ISRO headquarters, New BEL Road and Bangalore. That is the whole sentence must be divided into one, two, three, four, five, six different lines. Okay, so we have used one paragraph. Okay, we have not even have used a paragraph. Okay, that's why it is coming in one line. Okay, so we will use this paragraph, or else first let's see. Okay, is there any need to create a paragraph? Okay, is there any need to create a paragraph? Okay, right now we have a text, we have put a white color. Okay, whatever the property we need to add, we will put it in the particular div itself. Okay, so in this case I will tell refresh it. Okay, and then what I will tell is, first we will arrange this sentence like this. Okay, so make it look like this first, that is, after bel I need to apply what? I need to apply a break. Okay, so bel break, and again road break, and again after this import break, and after, let me see, okay, and after phone number also one break. Email should come in next line. Okay, and save, refresh. Okay, now we have this. Okay, so slightly what is the change? Yeah, we have one line skip here. Okay, after Bangalore, this phone number no need to come. It should not come right after this pin code. It should be, there should be a line skip. So easy. I'll come here. We are save. Okay, so I'm here, refresh. Yeah. Okay, now we have a particular line skip. So what is left out means, we need to have a separate section like this. In order to have a separate section, that means it it must be given a separate, a different background color. That's all. Okay, it must be having a different background color. Okay, so I think it is much darker, or another color compared to this. Okay, so for this particular div, okay, only this section I should change the color, not for the heading, only for this section. That's why I'm choosing this div. Okay, so what is the color? The background color should be changed to, for now let me give a blue, but blue is not a color. Okay, so is it darker or lighter? I'm getting confused. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so I will choose a color. So okay, okay, let me choose this. Save here, refresh. Okay, I think this will do, right? So slightly darker color I will go. Okay, so here I think save, but most important is it, both of them should get differentiated. That's all. If it is differentiate, it is having a differentiated color, that is more than enough. Okay, I think now the background and that is getting differentiated like this. Okay, so we are not spending that much time again. Okay, it is getting different, this color and this color background must be differentiated, and it is differentiating. Okay, then come back. Okay, so I will say height. Okay, so I think we need to set the height and width. So height we don't need to set. Okay, just we need to set the width. Okay, so according to the text, okay, according to the text present, that will only set the height. Okay, we don't need to set the height. Okay, we will set the width. Easy. So come here. Another property I will give is width. Okay, and how much will be the width? Let's say, let's say, oh. Okay, 260 pixels randomly I will take. Come here, refresh. No, 260 pixels won't be enough. Correct. Okay, so let me give as 30 pixels, sorry, 300 pixels. Save, refresh. Again, we need little more. So let me finalize for 330 pixels. Save again. Refresh. Okay, it is coming how we wanted. Okay, but see here at left side and right side we need a space, right? And also at the top and at the bottom. Okay, so height is enough. Okay, now we will set the spaces. Okay, we will set the spaces. How to set the space? Simple. Okay, so what I will do is I will come to this div, take here and apply padding. Okay, so what padding? Now I will tell. Okay, until here we were giving separately padding left, padding right, top. Now I will give all the paddings in a single value. Why? Because we want the space in all the direction, right? We want the space in all the direction. So instead of choosing padding left, padding right separately, I will go for a shortcut that is called shorthand property, where I can give what I can give a value of at all the sides. Okay, where I can give the value in all the direction at once. How? So come here, it is just anti-clockwise. Okay, so if you directly give padding, you need to give in anti-clockwise direction. And what is clockwise direction, and what how we are what values we are giving in clockwise direction is just this one only. Okay, so at the top how much we want? Let's say at the top we want 10 pixels, at right side we want 20 pixels, at the bottom let's say it is 40 pixels, and at the left it is again 20 pixels. So don't you see this clockwise direction I am talking about? Okay, so you can count in any way, but I'm just representing how to give a padding while explaining it. Okay, so see here 10 pixels top, 20 pixels right, bottom 40, left 30. Sorry, left 20 again. 10, 20, 40, 20. That is in a clockwise direction. If you count like this, in a same way, you can give the value for the padding. So at the top, 10 pixels, space, right, 20 pixels, space, bottom, 40 pixels, space, and again 20 pixels at the left. So this value represents in the clockwise direction, guys. Okay, that is top, right, bottom, left. Top, right, bottom, left in the clockwise direction. Okay, and I will save. So let's see if I refresh. Yes, see at the top, at the right, at the bottom 40, and at the left it is 20. Okay, so let's put little more at the where, little more at the left side. So come here, left side is this one, right? The last value represent the left side padding, that is padding left. So I will give as 26 pixels and finalize. Refresh. Yes, so able to see, guys? So now we have this section. Using padding, we have created this section. Fine. Okay. Now, how to make it to come to the center? Okay. So, any suggestion how to make the text to come to the center? Okay, very simple. We have a CSS property called text align property. Okay, we have a CSS property called text align property, and I will tell us here. Come to this div. I will tell align all the text to the center and save. Okay, so I'll come here, refresh, see, it came to the center. Now we are having more padding, so I will go back and I will change to 20 itself. No need for 26 because see, it was having, after giving align center, this section, this side is having more what, it is having more space compared to the original website. So if I say refresh this, okay, so what is left out if you compare with this? Okay, so I think we just need to set the border. We have created this section, and now we need to set this light blue border. Okay, how to set this border, guys? Any idea? So which tag we can use in order to create that border? Should we use div again or any other tag is there? So tell me which tag I need to use at the bottom. Hmm? Correct. Very good. Very good. It is HR tag. We have a horizontal rule. Correct. Okay. So that means after some space here, after some space, you need to have a horizontal rule. Okay. So already we have created that space. Okay. We don't need to create that space again. And what I will do is after this div, I will put the horizontal div. See here, after this space, okay, at the end of this div, they have put the horizontal rule. Correct? So, like that only, after this div, I will put a horizontal rule, simple. So, what I will do is, after this div section, okay, after this div section, where the main div is here. So, the innermost div is this. After this innermost div, I will put one HR for that HR. So I will choose a color. So what kind of color? Let it be light blue. Save. Okay. Let's see how does it look now. Come here, refresh. Okay, it is going all the way. Okay, it is going all the way to the screen. Okay, so instead of that, what I will do is I will copy this HR. Okay, I will copy this HR, and what we can do. Okay, so all right, I will just first create a size. Okay, so let me have a size. Suppose how it is looking. It is looking like this. I need this much thickness. Let me tell have refresh. Okay, and now we will set the width. What should be the width there? Normally the width should be, sorry, what's the width of the box? Width is 330 pixels, or else what can we do is I will set the width. I will go to that style width is equal to 330 pixels. I will set. Refresh. Okay, it is going to the middle. Why is it? Because it is the default property. So or else, okay. So instead of I will delete all the style. Let the color and the size be this size 4. Cut this and paste it inside the div. Okay. So what I have done, I have come here inside the div only. I will adjust this particular HR. Okay. So I will come here, refresh. I think I have not saved and refresh. Yes, it looks like this. Okay, but we don't want to make it look like this because why? Teach. Okay. How about now, guys? Am I audible? Hello. Am I audible? I think I'm audible. So if you reply, I can get a confirmation and continue the session. And what about a video? Audible? Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Sorry for the interruption. All right. Say, what I'm trying to do is, okay, I'm trying to put some space above this line, above this HR. Okay, so I will come down. I have given margin top, that is top of the HR. I need 30 pixels of space. Okay, so like that only parallelly put your attendance, guys, everyone. So refresh. Yes, now we have this block, right? So see here at the top of the HR, I have created the space, right? And yes, it looks like this section now. Okay, color may be bit of a difference in color, but all the elements are same, right? Getting? Okay, so any changes we have to do inside this block? Hmm? What changes we have to do inside this block, guys? So is it exactly like how it is here? And if you see there, okay, so if you see there, see this phone and this email is in the is in the bold letters. Okay, this phone and this email is in the bold letters. Correct? Correct. Okay, so what you need to do is come back. Okay, so give has br, not br. We have a tag called bold tag, correct? And what about this colon? Colon also should be bold. So copy this phone and paste. Okay, so again, cut, copy this email and cut. Right, guys? Okay, so put this phone and email inside the bold tag. So come here. So refresh it. Yes, both phone and email are in bold tag. Fine. Okay, so if you compare it with this, now everything is fine. Okay, so phone and email are in bold letters. So what should we do is, okay, we will set the height of this particular div. So what do you think the height must be? So what I have given was around, what's the height of the div? Here I have given. So let me set it for 500. Here, refresh. Okay, let it be this. Okay, let it be 500. Now next, okay, while we add it, if it is not sufficient, we will add more height. Okay, so if it is sufficient, we will leave it like that. If it is not sufficient, we will add more pixels, or if it is too much, we will decrease some value. Okay, so this section we have done. Okay, and this section we will do it tomorrow. Okay, see how parallelly it has been arranged. So we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, so we will put some images. Okay, these are all again uh, functionalities. Okay, we cannot create them just using a HTML and CSS until here India code. Okay, so until here we will create them. Okay, so we have options, that is all or links. Okay, we will put inside the anchor tag and we will do. Okay, and this last what is this updated, this one information is there and this copyright thing is there. Okay, so if we complete it, we will complete this website. Okay, all right, guys. So until now, did you everyone followed up to this output? Hmm? So that means we have this address. Okay, so we have used h3 and we have created this section. What we need to do is we need to create another section that we will continue in the next session, guys. Okay, all right. So if you don't have a doubt means, okay, if you have got stuck or any doubt, you can rewind the video or you can ask me in the comment section. All right. Okay, guys. So see you everyone in the next session. Take care. Thank you, everyone. Bye.